If you or someone you know has diabetes, you may have built up an extra supply of test strips and lancets. That's where we come in. We'll buy the supplies that you don't need and resell them to those in need to prevent waste. Help us make diabetes management more affordable. Visit us at teststripswithaz.com.
All right, Daniel Straus is here. He's getting ready to take on Derek Campos Saturday at Bellator 226 in the opening round of the Bellator Featherweight Grand Prix. Daniel, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So this fight is 8 days away, kicking off this Bellator Featherweight Grand Prix, a chance to become the featherweight champion once again, chance at $1 million. How's everything been going in terms of getting ready for this fight?
Good, man. It's been going good. I've been locked in. I was hoping for, around June, I was like looking for a fight, hoping I can get in, before the tournament. And then shortly after they announced it, and, so I've just been getting ready, and I've been feeling good and just focused on the task at hand, getting through Campos and preparing myself for another, great tournament.
Your story has been well documented. It's actually absolutely incredible that you came back and you got that win over a guy like Shane Krutchen to set you up for this opportunity coming up. With everything that you've gone through, I mean, is this just kind of par for the course right now? Just sets you up in such a great way because you've gone through so much to get to this point heading into this tournament. I mean, this is just a perfect opportunity for you, is it not?
Yeah, man. I think it's a great opportunity for me. I'm not getting any younger. These killers aren't getting any younger, and I need to get back in and do what I've been put here to do, which is fight, and after having, the accident, after losing my belt, breaking my hand, and, the story goes on for ages, but after everything I've been through, to be here and be able to be a part of, this tournament, and it just feels good. It feels right.
To come back the way that you did, to have that performance, getting a first-round submission over Shane Krutchen, what did that all mean to you? I mean, you've had some big victories in your career. What did that one mean to you in comparison to the others?
It was just as glorious. Obviously all of them are good, but, it really meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to me and other people. Not knowing if you're ever going to fight again, not knowing if you can ever compete how you used to compete, it's all nerve-wracking, and wanting to do what you love, and being told that you can't, is hurtful. So, being able to get back, bounce back, and grind to the point that I'm at now, it's a blessing. I couldn't ask for. Well, I could, but I couldn't ask for anything more than this. I put everything on the line. I put everything on the line for Bellator. For myself and Bellator, to put on good fights, to, impress the fans, to get my name out there, So, like I said, to go through all that, to finally get the nod and be able to come back and, compete against Shane, and it was really scary, but it was a moment in history for me.
Have you noticed a sort of a shift in your popularity? I'm sure a lot of people look at you as an inspiration at this point. There's probably a lot of people out there who doubt themselves, feel like they can't get back up after being knocked down. Have you noticed sort of an influx of people reaching out to you, using you as an inspiration for what they're doing in their lives?
I have. I've never been. My name has never been hot in the sport that much, and since the accident, a lot of people have, reached out to me, and a lot of people try to make me the poster boy for, hard work and believing in yourself, and and all that is great, and I love it. If I can help somebody and push somebody to do better, that's awesome. But for me, it's just a daily grind. Like I said, no one's going to put me on their back and walk me into the fire and walk me through it. I got to do it myself. So, just the supporters have been amazing. The company's been amazing. People have reached, like you said, like I said, reached out to me for that reason, and I'm very grateful for it.
How do you like this? How do you like starting things off against a guy like Campos? He's a very exciting guy. He always looks for the finish, much like yourself. How do you like this one from a stylistic perspective to kick off this Grand Prix?
I think it's a dope style. We both are just ready to, get in there and get it done. He's a hard-hitting, kind of guy. He likes to wrestle you and put the pressure on. And, much like me, I want to put the pressure on and make you make mistakes. And I feel like this, our styles definitely bring a clash to the cage. So I think it's going to be fireworks. I think it's going to be probably one of the better fights of the night, if not in the tournament. And, I can't wait.
Do you like the structure of this Grand Prix? I mean, we've seen the heavyweight one. The welterweight one's going to wrap up in October. I like the blind draw thing. I think it makes it very fascinating because you don't know who you're going to fight. There's all these different twists and turns surrounding it. Plus, a chance to win $1 million and be a world champion doesn't hurt either. Do you like the way this is set up?
I do. I mean, I don't. Here's the thing. Since I've been in this company and before this company, my whole career, all I've waited on is just that contract, So this is just another part of my, the way I fight. I don't care who I get. I don't know. I'm not asking. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to get a contract, sign that contract, and beat your ass. Like, that's just how I feel. So the structure of this, it's good. I like how they have it lined up. It makes I'm excited to see what the second round is going to bring for everyone, and where people are going to place their names and who they're going to go after or not go after, and all the whole thing tells a story. The way it's laid out from start to finish is all going to tell stories. So I can't wait to see it.
What do you see when you close your eyes and visualize it? Do you do that at this point in your career? Do you focus on how a fight will end, or are you just more concerned about getting the victory and let it all fall into place the way it falls into place?
There's a combination of both. You gotta visualize and visualize what you've worked on, how you feel like it'll how the outcome. We're all working on a certain outcome. We all have game plans, stuff like that. So yeah, I visualize that, but I also, am very much just focused on getting in there, and getting the victory. But all of it plays a part.
Are you hoping that you get a shot at the belt at the very end? I mean, whoever comes out of this tournament's walking away with the belt anyways, but you could get a shot at the belt with your very next fight. Do you prefer it that way, or would you prefer for it to be in the finals, let the story sort of tell itself a little bit more, give you a little bit more of a boost heading into the finals of the tournament? Does it matter to you when you get a shot at the belt? Would you rather it be the next fight or at the end? Like, how do you look at that?
No, I don't care when. I mean, obviously, if I fought for the belt in the last and won it in the last, that's more storybook than ever. But I don't care when it comes. Here, then, now, tomorrow, next week, next year, whenever. I'll just be ready for whenever it's my turn. So I'm gonna put my name up on that board, and I'm just gonna go after the next person I need to go after.
And lastly, for me, with everything that you've gone through, what would you say is the biggest difference from the fighter that we saw in October of 2017 when you fought Emmanuel Sanchez to the fighter we saw against Shane Krutchen to the fighter we're going to see now and moving forward in this Grand Prix? What would you say is the biggest difference in Daniel Straus, the fighter, from that point after everything you've gone through to what we're going to see Saturday and moving forward?
Well, I've grown a little more gray hair. And outside of that, man, I've worked really hard on just knowing myself, understanding myself. I've always been one to please everyone else and all that. And from the time that I fought, Emmanuel Sanchez to now, it's been a big difference as far as my mindset going into these fights. It's what I need to get done and pursuing, the dreams that I need to pursue. And, this is very much a team sport as much as it is an individual sport. And, You know, I've had a lot of people backing me, a lot of people pushing me, and it's been great. But going into these fights, you know, I'm not concerned or worried about anyone else but myself.
Daniel, thank you for the time. All the best to you against Derek Campos and throughout this Featherweight Grand Prix. Your story is just incredibly inspiring, and I wish you all the best, man. Thank you for the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.